what did that intro have to do with today's review? It's a video game. So before we start, I'd like to shout out now I have a fish, cause he talks about it all the time. He talks about Plants vs Zombies, and that would be a good review. So we're gonna copy off of Biko a little bit. So my rough script says to talk about how we're gonna review PvZ. So we're gonna review PvZ. So we're gonna review PvZ. Just let the rest of this part just play out. Wait a minute. I specifically said my name was Thicky. And then this game goes and changes it to Thicky with an exclamation point? I don't think so. 0 to 10, don't play this game. After like 4 intros, we're gonna get into the review. Finally. And just a side note, I want you to know that I had to delete all my progress in the game. Because I had to get the title screen again because it corrupted and I could not save it, and I wanted to put that in, even though it was probably really stupid because it was another intro. So first let me just talk about Plants vs Zombies and why I love it so much. So I used to play it with my dad, and it was just, it's a great game. It was used to not be owned by EA, which I liked, but then they came and they put over arms in it, and it's awful, but it's still a great game, and I really do recommend, before we even really start the review, I recommend you check it out if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure it's free now that EA has it, because they just put ads on it, so hopefully you enjoy the review and enjoy the game. I think we're going to be starting with story. Yeah, we're going to start with story. I just made it up right now. We're going to start with story.
The zombies are coming.
Okay, so the gist of the story is that zombies invade for some reason. I think Dr. Zombos, so they invade and you can't defend yourself for some reason because you don't have guns or anything, so either you decided to use plants as defense or crazy stupid idiot Dave told you to. Crazy Dave's the narrator during the adventure mode. Later, Dr. Zombos, we'll talk about him in just 1 second. He makes a stupid bungee jumping zombie air rape Crazy Dave in the final level. So Dr. Edgar George Zomboss is the that sounds like Oscar George. Guys, if you know who Oscar George is, go to heck. Dr. Edgar George, I don't want to say all that he's the final boss, and I think he's actually the only boss of the game. And he drives a huge, stupid robot called a Zombot. Or I think, yeah, a Zombot. And then you kill him, but for some reason he comes back in the second and third really bad spin-off game that I think is called Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. Biko, check me on that. Since it's not a story-based game in any means, I give Plants vs. Zombies story a 5 out of 10. Because it's not bad, it just sucks.
The zombies are coming.
The music in this game is worse than the adventure of Rad Gravity's main theme. No, just kidding. The PVZ soundtrack is actually one of the greatest soundtracks I've ever heard. From the Zen Garden theme to the, let's see, what's another? To the song you're listening to. Gamers. Although PVZ, it has like 6 tracks, I think it has 8. It only has like, it has a few tracks. They don't ever actually wear out, to me at least. Even after they've been played 3, 4, 5 times. It's really good. The music slowly ramps up, and it doesn't get repetitive to me at least. There's not much I can really tell you about these, like you've heard them throughout the whole video. But overall, I'd rate the music of Plants vs. Zombies a 10 out of 10, just for its absolute excellence.
The zombies are coming.
So, for the gameplay of PvZ, it's kind of spread in like a spectrum, like genders. So you have the adventure mode, which is like it's what the background footage of the whole video has been. You have the Zen Garden, which is, you have to beat adventure mode for that. You have Walnut Bowling, which is really fun. I think I showed a clip of that. The Infinite or Last Stand or something mode. Yeah, it's called Last Stand. And then like a bunch of other mini games that I didn't remember, I didn't want to focus on. But the main focus today is the adventure mode and the Zen Garden. But not really, because everything crashed and broke, so we're probably not going to do the Zen Garden today. So the adventure mode is great. It's kind of easy, but the main genius gameplay-wise is the tower defense style. Like, it's the greatest tower defense game I've ever played. And what personally makes this TD better than most of like, because you have balloons, and then all they do is really like add like 2 different things over the game, is that there's such a variety of enemies, and more so a variety of plants or towers, I guess, in the game. There's actually 49 plants that you gain like every level, which is great, because in the second one it's like every 4 levels. And some, like the marigold, are completely useless, and I've never used them for more than 1 levels. And like others, like the 3-peater, should be used every level, or you should be burned at the stake. Now, there are also really great settings, like the front lawn, the beginning of the game, the night, where no sun drops from the sky, the fog, where you literally can't see the level at all, the pool, where there's a strip of water that has like 2 plants you can put in, and literally it has only like a lily pad and a stupid edit. And the roof, where there's no dirt, so you have to spend all your sun on pots so you can actually play the game. Now, I forgot to mention how you actually play the game. So, how you play, you start out with some sun. You start out with like 50. I think you can upgrade it to like 70, maybe 100. I don't know. Maybe that's the second game. And if you don't buy sunflowers with your first sun, like on the dark levels, you're done. So, you have to buy some sunflowers or some sun-producing plants with that starting sun. But while that's happening, sun's falling, but not at all. But so then there's also zombies coming up the 5 rows. There's 5 rows that you can plant on that are gonna eat and kill your plants. And if they do, you have a lawnmower that's at the end of the lane or row, and that kills everything on the lane. But if they invade that lane again, the zombie eats your brain and you lose. And with that, I give the gameplay of Plants vs. Zombies a 9 out of 10. We thought it was gonna be 10 out of 10.
Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
I'll be
Okay,
back
yeah, so this is the end.
You're right, so Winston.
So yeah, how I'm gonna do the reviews, my reviews from now on, so I'm gonna find the average of the 3 numbers, the music, the story, and the gameplay, and that'll be the grade out of 10, so if it's 16, or I mean 1.6 out of 10, it'll be 16 out of 1. And with all that said, Plants vs. Zombies gets, Are you ready for some real Plants vs. Zombies action? Okay, so first, you got Murder Zombie, right? The zombies make a salad and eat that instead of the brains. Okay, next one. Okay. Next zombie type. It's the bat zombie, the wooden bat with the screw in it on the end zombie. Okay, ready, set. Okay, next zombie type. This thing. Yes, that would have been false. Okay. But you forgot Plants vs. Zombies 2. Yeah! I think I just got gamered. What was that? Anyway, PVZ gets an 80 out of 100. There we go.